There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, and with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough. And as always, thanks to you, that kind of unpredictability helps in some settings, can cause many matchup problems for the D. So Atlanta will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Hawks. Filling out the wings, it's Bazemore and Prince. Collins is out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Schroeder in at the one. That's a 2 from Lillard, and no good that time. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Here's Bazemore. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Bazemore looking pretty comfortable on the inside there, weaving around for that 2.
And Turner kicks to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Prince outside. Tipped away. Edmond passes to Prince. Shot from 12. Now the dish to Schroeder. It's Prince on the wing. Another 3 for Atlanta.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Bazemore. Portland grabs the miss. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover. Just not their best effort.
You could see the coach trying a few different rotations in that game, shaking things up, trying to get something going, but nothing was working.
Lillard against Schroeder. To the right side. Now here's Bazemore. He is guarded by McCollum. Bazemore dishes to Collins. The layup missed.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
We hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Nurkic kicks to Aminu. Over Collins. And the shot falls short this time.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
And he jams it with authority.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
We always talk about the Blazers because when you combine Lillard and McCollum, both at 6'3" tall, that poses a challenge for them defensively. And you play them together in the backcourt, especially against some of the longer guards in the Western Conference.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Aminu the pass to Turner. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
The defender does a good job of contesting there, but McCollum's skill set and focus, they win out.
Schroeder against Lillard. And here's Prince outside. That one doesn't drop. Now Portland takes it the other way. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
A 3 from McCollum. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the basket is good. 10 points for Prince.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Atlanta making some changes. Trailblazers trail by 4. Pass to Connaughton. A 3-ball. That one no good for Atlanta. They've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. A 3. And it's Napier missing. Davis kicks to Collins. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
And the Hawks with possession here. Now the pass to Plumlee. It's stolen by Davis.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Atlanta's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Taylor kicks to Plumlee. He feeds it to Dorsey. Plumlee with the screen. Goes up off the pick, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Shoots it. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2. Hawks have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Knocked away. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Taylor kicks to Dorsey. Craps in the tray. Dorsey's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Napier. No good on that last second attempt there. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. It's Atlanta up 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard. He explains.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel. I kind of just...
I would say we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of business.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
On the court for Atlanta, Muscala and Plumlee the bigs. Embry out there with Taylor, and it's Dorsey in at the 2. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, the Portland Trailblazers are developing a great chemistry for a young team. Damian Lillard takes the team to San Diego every September for bonding purposes, and he told me how much we like each other, how much time we spend around each other. That shows you a team that is really together. It is a unit. We have each other's back. Kevin?
And it's critical to establish camaraderie early on. Thank you, D.A. Sounds like Lillard has this team headed in the right direction. And Coach Mike Budenholzer, a product of the San Antonio coaching tree, learned a lot in his decade-plus as a lead assistant under Greg Popovich.
I think one key for Mike Budenholzer is that he understands that the importance of the assistant coaching staff can really elevate the level of play for the basketball team, and that each of those coaches has an open door policy. You can walk in, you can have a conversation, you can gripe a little bit, and then try to build on something so that the team ends up better off because of those open lines of communication.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably 1 or 2 possessions they'd love to have back, but on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Collins. Turner comes in for Maurice Harkless. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And Lillard subbed in for Napier.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
The Hawks trail by 5. Schroeder dishes to Dedmon. Pass to Baseman. Hawks passing it around. Here's Collins over Aminu. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And, you know, Brent, we know top-level coaching is an all-in affair. Strategy, motivation. working the officials. But who are some of the most complete coaches in the league right now?
Well, the top of the list is Greg Popovich and what he does. There's no doubt that the way that he has his team prepared on a nightly basis, carrying out the game plan, the way he works the sidelines, as you mentioned, Kevin, Greg Popovich is the cream of the crop when it comes to NBA coaches.
Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. Prince in the corner. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Portland leading by 7. Davis, the pass to Aminu. Dishes it to McCollum. Three-pointer. Collins grabs the miss. Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Bazemore showing what every lefty has, and that's craftiness. Just uses his body very well and takes smart shots within the offense.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
That one is no good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Terry Stotts, one of the better coaches in this league, but he really does a great job of making sure that it's always about his players and never about him. One thing Portland has working in its favor is that they've dug in with Terry Stotts as their coach. They have that kind of continuity, and he allows these players to shine up here in the Pacific Northwest. That's when the sun comes out. Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Lillard misses.
He sunk that 3 in the first, but's yet to make another one.
Here's Schroeder. Dedmon controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Dedmon using his length that time on the offensive end.
At the top of the key, Turner kicks to Lillard. Three-pointer. Score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots. You talk about Terry Stotts empowering the players. He respects their independence, Brent, even as he's calling shots. He doesn't put himself above the team.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Terry Stotts has done a great job of establishing great relationships with his star players, his younger players. And the fact that they've been together, I think there's just a greater understanding of what he expects from them, the type of respect that they give him back, and it ends up working out very well for the Blazers.
Lillard against Schroeder. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. There's the triple. Lillard misses. The Hawks trail by 13. Bazemore inside the three-point line. Evan Turner pulls it in. For Portland, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice, efficient 50%. Aminu misses. And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That's his first foul. 11 seconds left here in the second. Here's Schroeder. Nurkic with the block.
Excellent defense by Nurkic on that play. He made sure that shot was not going anywhere near the rim.
And so we conclude the first half. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. The second quarter was where they really opened things up. And that wraps up halftime.
Welcome back to Portland. A fine-looking day in this terrific-looking city. Trailblazers leading by 13. And one of the most dangerous shooters in the league, Damian Lillard, only needs a sliver of daylight grade to get that baby off.
Yeah, I mean, he'll brush off the comparisons to Steph Curry, but he presents some of the same problems for the defense. Deep range, a quick release, and just one of the nastiest step-back jumpers in the game.
The incredible pair of Lillard and McCollum are at the 1 and 2. Aminu and Nurkic up front, and it's Turner in at the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And Portland making a change here. Connaughton's checked in. And both free throws good for Prince. The Trailblazers shooting well. They're at 45%. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Fires from deep. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And just torturing defenses from range. It's what Lillard loves to do, and one of the things he's best at.
Poked away. Turner with the steal. And Aminu kicks to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Launches a three. The offensive rebound. And Lillard gets double teamed. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Ray, you've played for 6 different teams. What does it feel like to have to go in and prove yourself to a whole new group of teammates and coaches, the new fan base, all of it?
I think those situations can all change dramatically, Kevin. If you're in the league for 5 or 6 years, there's a good understanding that you're there for a reason. You're just shifting addresses and cities at that point, and I think guys have an understanding and respect for what you bring to the table because they know your game will travel.
Good answer. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Collins checked in for Aminu. Harkless comes in for Evan Turner. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Damian Lillard. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Fellas, Al-Farouq Aminu has established himself as a great defensive player, and he wants that recognition. He said, my goal every year is to be Defensive Player of the Year. I want to guard 1 through 4 and even 5 sometimes. I want it to be known that I'm a great defender. And I want the league to recognize that. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Aminu continues to prove his worth on the defensive end. His length and quickness certainly...
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Taylor's checked in for Atlanta. And Dorsey kicks to Muscala. That's tipped. Prince outside. 5 to shoot. Can they get it? And here's the break. Pass to Connaughton. Now here's Nurkic. He's tightly guarded from past the arc. Taylor with the rebound.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
And Nurkic gets it to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
Nice decision by Nurkic to just simply square up and knock that one in.
Here's Collins. That one off the back iron and out. And here's Portland. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. And it's Connaughton missing.
Yeah, and he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
That's tipped. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Davis comes in for Jusuf Nurkic, and McCollum subbed in for Pat Connaughton. Atlanta also making some changes here. Plumlee comes in for Collins, and it's Bembry in for Taurean Prince. Here's Plumlee, and Davis sends it back.
Great anticipation. Davis light on his feet and using that 7'2" wingspan sends that one back.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Harkless kicks to Davis. Back to Harkless. Here's the three. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Outside, Taylor. Plumlee dishes to Taylor. And Dorsey kicks to Taylor. Knocks it loose. And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Collins. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Napier. Lee's checked in for Atlanta. Atlanta calls timeout. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
Jake Layman's checked in for Maurice Harkless. That's tipped. It's stolen by Davis. For the finish, and it's Davis with the jam.
He's like a gazelle out there. Trying to keep up with Davis in transition is a very difficult thing to do.
Dorsey passes to Muscala. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Bembry. Feeds it to Plumlee. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Plumlee's got 6.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Lillard from outside. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
Bembry kicks to Plumlee. Here's Muscala. No good from outside. And here are the Blazers. They're on a 14-4 run right now. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. They get the rebound. Aminu dishes to Davis. Over Muscala. That's good from Davis on the assist by Aminu. 6 points for Davis.
And he has a good touch on the jumper. It's been a matter of repeatability for Davis.
Plumlee with the screen. Got a piece of it. From deep three-point range, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Got to keep tracking down balls, tracking down.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. And so in the game for the Hawks, Schroeder and Bazemore are in the back. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Muscala, and it's Lee in at the 3 spot.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Three-pointer, Lillard, but they'll get another chance. Shoots the 3. The Trailblazers rebound from downtown. And it's Lillard again missing. The Hawks trail by 21. And it's Schroeder in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Takes the 3. Again the miss by Lillard.
Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and his shots are going all over the place in this period.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And here's McCollum for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Dedmon's got his 6th rebound on the night. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Bazemore. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That sets off a 5-game tour for them.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Hawk shooting not great, 40% for the game. Schroeder against Lillard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. So, Brent, less than 0.1% of NBA fans bother to vote for the All-Star game. Do you think the league should devise a different way to choose the players for that big midseason event?
I'd really like, again, this is an area, Kevin, that the league has done a great job of being a bit progressive with the way they've changed the All-Star balloting. 50% of the vote now going to the fans, 25% to the players, and 25% to the media. It's a way to make sure that guys who are having tremendous seasons are recognized both by their peers and their media rather than the fans getting ahead of some marketing scheme. So this has been addressed.
Perfect.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
There's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
Keeps it alive. Portland's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the 4th quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Collins passes to Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. He's all alone. Here's Bazemore. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ray, you played all 4 years in college after redshirting your freshman season. What kind of advantage, as you look back on that, do you think it gave you, if any, in preparing for the pressures and the style of the NBA?
I don't know so much, Kevin, if it gave me an advantage with regards to the pressures of the league, but certainly with regards to the physicality of the league, it's something that I desperately needed. Just a late developer, a late bloomer. I think I was about 175 pounds when I went off to college. Not a preferential playing weight for the NBA, so I needed that year just in terms of the maturity of what I needed physically.
Portland again missing. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Nurkic with the block. Schroeder against Lillard. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's a nice tip, and you can't leave him alone on the offensive glass or he'll find a way to get to the ball.
Got a piece of it. McCollum outside, takes a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 6 points in the quarter.
Look, they know it. He knows it. That jumper is pure. As a defender, it's hard not to overplay McCollum to shoot the 3.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Portland.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Damian Lillard.
He could not be stopped on offense. Super efficient tonight. There wasn't a lot the defense could do.
Schroeder kicks to Prince, and there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Trailblazers, Maurice Harkless is checked in for Turner. Pat Connaughton comes in for McCollum, and it's Napier in for Damian Lillard. And stolen by Napier. Pass to Connaughton, the feed to Collins. Over Lee, and Portland again with the bucket.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Taylor passes to Bembry. He dishes it to Prince. 6 to shoot. Locked loose. And again, Portland running the court in transition. Nurkic can't hit. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.